All right, Karen. So tell me, how long have you been working out with me for, and how many hours of a week do you work out for? And then just really top line any great results you've seen in those once a week or twice a week workouts, I mean.
Okay. So I've been working out with you for approximately a year and a half
Mhm.
at this point. Times a week workouts, 30 minutes each, so 60 minutes in total. I've had so many benefits. First of all, I started when I first retired from the hospital where I'd had a long career. And while always being active, always enjoying walking and biking and that sort of thing, I hadn't done any strength training. I really hadn't done anything in a focused way, just sort of like would randomly go for walks when I had time. So since starting with you, I have really picked up my regular exercise. I think it's made me stronger, have better endurance, I have more enjoyment in regular exercise. So I regularly now, in addition to working out, I'm walking regularly, I'm biking regularly, I'm doing these things 5 times a week at least. I also have started golf. I had golfed a little bit before retirement, but really never had the time and never went at it in any dedicated way. So now I'm golfing pretty much twice a week, and my game has improved immensely. And I know it's because of strength. Absolutely because of strength, because it's my drives off the tee that are amazing now. Where they go very far before, now they're far. So it's improved my quality of life in so many ways, because the fitness aspect, actually just feeling so good and really liking to be busy. I had a shoulder issue, which I did not have it diagnosed properly. I'm going to assume that I had a frozen shoulder possibly, which is common at my age, or it could have also been a rotator cuff injury. I really don't know, but I had a very, very bad shoulder, and to the point where the function was extremely limited. I couldn't rise it up, put my arm up over my head. I had really reduced range of motion. I had a lot of discomfort. Like I couldn't sleep at night very well. I would toss and turn. I even struggled to put on shirts and coats. Like I had to really be so careful how I did it. So into strength training, I had, a lot of skepticism. I don't know if this is going to be okay for my shoulder. I don't know if this will make it worse. I don't know if I'm even capable of doing this. But you took me through workouts in such a gradual way that I actually don't even know the date of my recovery. But I fully became recovered to the point where I have no issues whatsoever at all. I have full range of motion in my shoulder. I have no more pain. I mean, I don't even know which shoulder it is anymore, whereas this was like a really big issue for many years for me. So that's obviously been maybe the best benefit of all, because it required no surgery, no medication, and it's fully better. And many people that I know I will be 60 soon, and at my age, people have lots of shoulder issues, just so many of them, and people just kind of suffer with them. And I tell everybody that you can fix this shoulder, probably, depending on what the underlying issue is, but you can probably fix it with fitness, with strength training in particular. So that's been amazing.
I love that. I love that. Exercise is medicine, as we like to say. Yes.
I mean, I think it is. I read a lot about its anti-inflammatory properties and its role in possibly preventing autoimmune illnesses, cancers, things like that. So I think it's really an important thing to add to life.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned a little bit about what your exercise routine was like before we started working out regularly together. But what do you think was like your biggest problem with fitness before, or what was maybe that biggest barrier to having a robust fitness routine like you have now?
I think not having a schedule and having to be motivated personally. So I live in a northern climate, so I will look out and it's raining, it's snowing, it's dark. I won't go out. I never really thought about exercising in my own house. I wasn't really interested in the concept of doing that. So it's like highly dependent on weather. Plus, it would be sporadic. Just because I had no schedule, I would kind of go whenever. So joining with you and having absolutely dedicated 2 times a week training has just it spurred me on to be more motivated, more structured in the rest of my life, which has been a really great thing. And I have kind of embraced this concept that I need structure and routine with being active, because it just won't happen if I wish it would happen. I have to make it happen.
How do you feel about the fact that the workouts are only 30 minutes when it comes to fitting it in your schedule, but also how do you feel about that in 30 minutes, when you're showing up for a workout and those days you don't want to work out, which we all have them. Just talk to me about the 30-minute aspect of your workouts and how that has helped stay consistent.
So I think for me, the 30-minute aspect is perfect because it's doable. So I can do my workout, know that I have the rest of the day to do whatever I'm needing to do. And I will always show up because it's 30 minutes, right? So you can fit it into your day. It's doable. Plus you feel great when you're done. So it's sort of like that morning coffee. I almost couldn't not have it anymore. I have to have it.
I love it. And when I do workouts with you, they're always personalized for you. Eric's workouts are never the same. Your workouts don't look like anyone else that I've ever worked out with. It's just for you. Just talk to me about the personalized aspect of that as we've gone on, especially with your shoulder, just how that has enhanced your workouts.
I like it. I like the changes that you make. So I don't exactly know how long, but we follow a schedule for a certain amount of time and we're doing things. But the 2 days a week, they're different from each other, which I really enjoy. And then the whole routine, both days, changes at a regular interval. And it keeps it fresh for one thing, but it also is working different parts of your body. So you're strengthening, I think, in a uniform way rather than just focusing on one thing. And I really like actually that we do legs, arms, abdomen, midsection, whatever you would want to call that. I think that really works well. I really like that. And I feel like I'm getting a full workout each and every time. And I enjoy that so much. And the exercises, when we start a new routine, they're very tough. But you kind of start to accomplish them over time, right? You become more confident, stronger, you're able to do them better.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit about that intensity aspect. That while it's 30 minutes, is pretty intense, right? But do you always feel like it's intense in the moment and after you're feeling good? Talk to me about just what that intensity feels like if you're going to tell someone else who's maybe a little bit intimidated by hard work. Just talk through what you're, as someone who was new to strength training and now is like, your workouts are very intense. Just talk to me about that aspect of it and how it's not intimidating, although it's hard. We get you to that level of fatigue in a great way. Yeah,
I think the intensity would be off-putting, except for the way we do it. So we do it in a way that you work up to it. You're working hard each and every time, and you personally don't allow people to quit before they're ready, right? Which is good, because I would totally, if it hurts, stop, right? If it feels like I'm tired, stop. And you really spur me on to just keep pushing. And that's been great, because I actually feel really proud of my achievements. And I think if I were always kind of quitting when I got tough, I wouldn't be achieving much at all. So you need a partner, I realized too. You can't really, I don't think I could do strength training alone, because I do not think I would get up every morning to start that program. I might feel like, oh, I'm tired today, I'll do it later. I also don't know if I would be able to push myself to discomfort and failure. In fact, I'm pretty sure I couldn't, because it would be a weird thing to do. It would be a tough thing to do on your own.
100%. I love that. I just have one other question. Actually, I have two other questions. Karen, you have kids. I would love to hear what your kids have said about your the last year and noticing your new fitness routine and you being more active. Have they said anything to you that's stuck out regarding your health and fitness in the last year?
Definitely. So my son, he's 23, and he is likes to go biking, and we live in a very hilly area. So in the past, before strength training, I would bike with him, but I'm always off the bike pushing it up a steep hill. Never can bike up a steep hill. Now I can bike up and keep with him. Yesterday we walked, my son and I, and he asked me, he's like, "Whoa, you're setting the pace really fast." I didn't even know I was. He said, "I mean, like speed up to keep up with you."
That's awesome.
Yeah, my daughter, she is a 26-year-old. She lives in California, and where there's a lot of hiking. So I've been out several times to hike with her, and she says that we're definitely, well, her dad and I both, we can hike like they're friends and like other people. We're not exhausted wanting to turn back, but she finds many other people feel they can't do it, where we eagerly can do it. It's tough, but we can do it.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Karen, now my last question for you, another fun one. Tell me your favorite exercise and your least favorite exercise.
Without a doubt, my least favorite would be split squats and lunges. Probably lunges are tough, I think. Favorite, I mean, I have a lot of favorites. I don't know. I love anything to do with the upper body lifting, because I've never really lifted before, so I'm amazed at how much I can lift. I like ball squats and things like that. I really actually don't dislike anything but split squats, probably.
I feel like I want to create a montage of me asking that question and then everyone saying split squats, because that has been my answer almost every single time.
Brutal. Yeah.
Okay, that's all the questions I really have for you, Karen. So